You know, we all want to live longer lives, but what if we've been focused on the wrong thing all along? Today, we're going to break down a framework that completely changes the game. It shifts the goal from just adding years to your life to adding life to your years. We're talking about your health span, and this is the longevity pyramid. Okay, so first things first, we've got to get this key difference straight. On one hand, you've got your lifespan. Pretty simple, right? It's just the total number of years you're alive. But on the other hand, you have your health span. And honestly, this is the one that really matters. This is all about the years you spend feeling great, full of energy, and actually able to enjoy your life. That's the real prize. And this isn't just some nice idea. It has huge real-world implications. Right now in the US, there's an average 17-year gap between how long people live and how long they live in good health. Think about that. That's almost 2 decades that many people spend dealing with poor health. The whole point of the longevity pyramid is to give us a roadmap to shrink that gap. So where do we start? How do we build that longer health span? Well, we're going to use the longevity pyramid as our guide. And like any good pyramid, we're starting at the bottom. This is the foundation. These are the simple, powerful habits that give you the absolute biggest bang for your buck. I love this quote from Dr. Peter Diamandis because it just nails it. He says, fundamentally, there are a whole slew of things that cost you nothing that have a huge impact. And that's exactly what the base of this pyramid is all about. The most powerful tools are often totally free. So this foundation, it's built on 4 main pillars: your diet, your sleep, exercise, and your mindset. These are the absolute non-negotiables. Take exercise, for example. We're not just talking about looking good. Building muscle is like creating metabolic currency for your body. It's an investment that pays dividends in keeping you healthy and vibrant as you get older. Okay, let's get super practical for a second. Here is a dead simple diet hack you can try literally tonight. It's called food sequencing. All you do is change the order you eat your food. Start with your veggies first, then your protein, and save your carbs for last. Why? Because the fiber from the veggies and the protein slows down how quickly your body absorbs sugar. This one tiny change can make a massive difference in your metabolic health, and you don't even have to change what you eat. All right, once you've got that foundation locked in, you're eating well, sleeping, moving, and have a good mindset, then you can start moving up the pyramid. The next level is all about strategic supplementation. This is where we get smart about filling in the gaps. Now, the philosophy here is really important. It's food first, but not always food only. The idea is never to replace a healthy diet with a bunch of pills. But let's be real, with our modern food supply and crazy lifestyles, it can be tough to get everything we need. That's where a targeted supplement strategy can really help. And this analogy just perfectly explains the right way to think about it. So many people take what you'd call a fill the tub approach. They just throw dozens of random supplements into their body hoping something works. The strategic approach is about plugging the leaks. It's about figuring out exactly what your body is missing and then addressing that one specific need with precision. So what are some of those common leaks? Well, here are a few of the greatest hits. You've got vitamin D, which is so crucial for your immune system, omega-3s for keeping your brain sharp and fighting inflammation, zinc, which is a powerhouse for immune and hormone health, and creatine. And no, it's not just for bodybuilders. It's fantastic for preserving muscle and even helps with cognitive function as we age. Okay, moving even higher up the pyramid now. We're getting into a more advanced class of supplements. These aren't just about plugging nutritional gaps anymore. No, these are designed to go after the actual cellular processes of aging itself. One of the key players in this whole aging story is a molecule called NAD+. The easiest way to think about it is like a tiny spark plug inside every one of your cells. It's essential for creating energy and repairing your DNA. Here's the catch, though. Our levels of NAD+ drop off a cliff as we get older, and that decline is a huge reason why we age. So what do we do about that? How can we fight back against this decline? Well, the most popular strategy right now is to give your body the raw materials it needs to make more NAD+. And that's where a supplement like NMN comes into the picture. It's basically a direct building block for creating more NAD+. But here's where it gets really interesting. NMN works even better when it has a partner, a wingman, if you will. And for NMN, that wingman is a compound called resveratrol. Resveratrol basically helps in 2 big ways. First, it flips the switch on these special longevity proteins in your body. And second, it acts like a bodyguard for your cells, protecting them from damage. When you put NMN and resveratrol together, you get this incredible 1-2 punch that really boosts the overall effect. This brings us to a really interesting split in how people think about longevity. On one side, you have the foundational approach we've been talking about. Get the basics right, plug a few specific leaks. But on the other side, you've got a much more aggressive, interventionist approach. Think of futurists like Ray Kurzweil, who reportedly takes over 250 supplements a day trying to fundamentally re-engineer his own biology. And that brings us to the very top of the pyramid, the cutting edge. This is where science fiction starts to become science fact. We're talking about technologies that aren't just trying to slow down aging, but might actually have the potential to reverse it. A huge focus up here is on being proactive instead of reactive. See, our bodies are really good at hiding problems until it's almost too late. The future of healthcare is about using a whole suite of tools, things like full-body MRIs, advanced genetic testing, and layering AI on top of all that data to catch diseases like cancer or heart disease at stage 0, when they're easiest to deal with. Now, this kind of proactive, high-tech care is unbelievably powerful, but it also comes with a pretty hefty price tag. A comprehensive, year-long program at a place like Fountain Life can run you about $19,500. And this, of course, raises a massive question for all of us. If this kind of personalized preventative medicine is the key to a super long health span, how do we make sure it's something that everyone can access, and not just something for the super wealthy? The future is really coming at us fast. Right now, there are technologies that can literally filter viruses and cancer cells out of your blood. We're seeing stem cell therapies that have reversed a person's immune age by 30 years in early trials. And we're making unbelievable progress towards actually regenerating entire organs. It's incredible. It really makes you think about this quote from Ray Kurzweil: "Technology is the next step in human evolution." What the longevity pyramid shows us is that we have an entire arsenal of tools available, from the simplest lifestyle choices all the way to mind-blowing technologies. The question isn't just about how long we can live anymore. It's about how we're going to use these tools to design the future of what it means to be human.